taking on Egypt in the FIBA AfroBasket 2025 qualifier. Rematch of a game that was played earlier in this qualifying competition. See this game, and then Madagascar, the main event, taking on Cote d'Ivoire later tonight, at least the main event for the fans. If you look at the standings, Cote d'Ivoire, no surprise, flying high up at the top, 3-0. Egypt, 2-1, Madagascar 1-2. Look at Central African Republic, 0-3, but still with a fighting chance to make it to the AfroBasket, which is going to be held in Angola. And you would think, judging from the first meeting between these two teams, which was played in Egypt, Egypt would be the favorites today. They won that game 76-71. But Central African Republic, one of these teams that you can never kind of dismiss their chances, because they play with a lot of fight, a lot of heart. Got some experience in that team. Dokose is terrific talent. Max Kugler, of course, one of the big-time players in this team. And you can see that man right there coming out, Yasser Billy Burton Kamayenge, who is a dangerous player. A lot of these guys, Jimmy Jim right by as well, has had some big games for his country over the years. So the players are now on the court for the national anthems.
National anthem of Egypt. National anthem of Central African Republic.
Oh, it's great to hear those national anthems. Gets the juices flowing before the game. Just a reminder of what this is all about, playing for national pride. And exciting times indeed, always at the start of the qualifiers as well. Everybody's ready to go. So the referees for today: Madagascar, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. and they will have their eyes on these very competitive players. Central African Republic should really come out and play with a sense of urgency today as they try to overcome the difficult start. You saw their record 0-3, and again, they lost the first game to Egypt, but you know what? In sports, no two games are alike. Different venues, sometimes different players, sometimes different coaches. It's just there's an unpredictability factor that goes into all of these games. And that's what kind of makes it so special. Really, especially for Africa. There's a lot of, I guess, with respect to Egypt, it's a pretty consistent group of players that show up. Of course, they did not have Ahab Amin at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. We've seen Shusha, who's a veteran, might take a tournament off now and again, but still a valuable member of this setup. Omar Rabi, the big center, number 55. Saw him embrace Jimmy Jimrabai before the game. So there is a sense of family really within Africa, especially with BAL, with BAL having games, and a lot of these guys competing against each other and with each other in the same teams. So Dula, number 7, Ahmed Wali, Dula. Mohammed, number 9. Anas, number 10. Abashusha, or Shusha, number 12. And Omar Rabi in the starting 5. Zahran, keep an eye on him. He's an exciting talent. Shahata, Amin, obviously, maybe, arguably the best player in this team. Kijo, the big center, he's back.
بين الشوطه والدرايف ما ياخدش شوطه صعبه وينفايتهم للناس. شوشه مع رقم 1، حاول ما تحطوش كتير في الميديم رينج اللي بتاعته، دايما ياخدها تاف شوتس وفدويه على قد ما تقدر. 5 وال4 كونتينو سايد عمر وانس. كروس سكرين، الناس ما تسرحش، الاستاجر سكرينز الناس تطلع منها كويس. ترانزيشن، البوكسنج اوت. ما تجروش ميدو ودولا وشوشه، ما تجروش لحد ما نتاكد ان احنا سكيور ريباوند. خلاص 28 و15. 28 معاك انس الاتلتيك الاشول، وعمر انت معاك 15. سن عنده شوطه لو وايد اوبن. ميدو معاك 13. لو اني بوست اب على شوشه ودولا وميدو، اقفل الميدل وعمر اللي هيجي في التراب. هنبتدي درايف وبعدين داون وبعدين 40. في الدرايف انا عايز انس الاخير، وعمر اقف انت اللي هنا وانس هو اللي هنا. امشي عمر، اطلع انت اعمل لي الهاند اوف مع دولا، ودولا وانس 2 مان جيم. ماشي الداون
Want to interrupt the
نفس
coach.
الكلام.
There
انا
you
عايز
see
عمر برضه هو اللي
El-Kardani.
ياخد هنا وانس هو اللي ياخد هنا. عكسنا الفور مع
Mohamed
الفايف.
El-Kardani.
سكرين مع عمر. عمر انزل من البلوك للبلوك. انس هنشوف لو
Seen
عملوا
a
هيدج
few
شايف
different men at the helm of Egypt in recent times. As we ran at the World Cup, had Henrik Rodel. Henrik Rodel, the coach, former German coach, also coached Egypt at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament last summer in Athens. Now El-Kardani. Well, you look at the overall scoring. I mean, stats aren't always the true indicator of how good these teams are and how it impacts the matchup. But Egypt come into this as the 3rd leading scoring team in this competition. And behind Senegal and Tunisia. 83 points per game. Here's Central African Republic. Evans Ganapamo, Dondra Washington, Max Couguer, Jimmy Jimrabai on the starting 5. The head coach, Wilfred Bongo. And look at Central African Republic meanwhile. So Egypt averaging 83 points per game, and Central African Republic down 14th out of the 17 teams at 65.7 points per game. So they do have struggles, and they have historically had some struggles putting the ball in the basket, but they never lack for that competitiveness and intensity. And that man right there, about as competitive as anybody. Dukasi. Well, I think the countdown to tip-off, forget that. We are underway. Hello, everybody. Again, welcome We are here watching Central African Republic and Egypt in Antananarivo. They could not wait to get this game started. Either that or we showed the countdown a little bit too late. Here is Dokosi driving in and banking it in. A statement of intent, perhaps, from Dokosi. Anas from the baseline, and Robbie there picks up the loose ball. It missed everything. Guess you have to forgive Central African Republic for not getting that. Those are hard ones to get when the shot misses everything and then it falls. Bounce pass for Dokosi. Jim Rabbi for three. And Dokosi with the rebound. Washington left wide open. Oh, that is out. Three-point look. Ooh, boy, that clanged off the backboard. Now up ahead. Pass intended for Cougar, but batted out of bounds. Three-point look, and that is short from Ganapamo. In the corner, the three. Again, nothing. Dokosi hands it off to Ganapamo. Evans Ganapamo shares it, and now the three is no good. And how about that? Shusha. Puts Egypt in front, 4-2. A couple of layups for the Egyptians. Robbie with the putback. And now Shusha. Jim Rabbi. They left him open. And he doesn't make him pay the price. He's missed a couple. Got to watch Dooley. He is a player that will try to create his own shot. He will dribble all over the place. Here he is passing it down low. Nice sharing of the basketball. Good job, Anas, getting it to Arabi. And when you look at Anas and Arabi, it's a pretty impressive looking front line, especially if Arabi plays up to his potential. Sometimes lacks a little bit of intensity. Here's Jim Rabbi again missing. Oh, Dokosi tried to little touch rebound to his teammate. So shaky start for CAF, Central African Republic. But we talked about some of their scoring issues before the game, and too early to hit the panic button. But they would be well advised to go for those high percentage looks inside, I think. Ganapamo will definitely get up his threes. Dula shaking and baking. Anas from the corner misses everything, and this again gives Central African Republic a chance to run. And Cougar looks at the ref and says, blow the whistle, big fella. And the other way, oh, the rejection right at the rim. Arabi, the giant, denied. That has got the fans on their feet. Three-point shot, good. So Washington puts the team in white, Central African Republic, on top, and Arabi just thought that was going to be an easy take. And Central African Republic, and now Arabi misses with the shot down low. And all the way to the other end, Ganapamo. Well, it hasn't taken long for this game to come to life. And now the pass thrown out of bounds. Well, this has to be the play of the game. And we know that Ducosi can get up, and he showed it with that flat-out rejection of Arabi. Arabi's big enough, he should be strong enough to be able to go up and dunk that. But Ducosi just flew into the picture and said, we're going the other way, big fella. Ducosi spins, turns. Oh boy, just lovely. And Ducosi is kind of taking over the game here at the start on both ends of the court. No surprise. He is a talent. Pass whipped inside, and Arabi held by Jim Rabbi. And now the steal. Evans got a pombo for the two-handed rim rocker. And if Central African Republic can force turnovers and score off of those, that takes care of a lot of their issues on offense. And just a very kind of lethargic start by Egypt.
انتوا عملتوا كل اللي انا كنت حاسس بيه، بتلعبوا بثقه زياده، حاسين ان الجيم سهل، الناس كسبنا 7-2 في الترانزيشن، انا تلعب سوفت جدا 2 انسايد عليك، 2 سكند شوت، عمر اجريسيف في الكره الدنك دي، اند 1 الترانزيشن الناس ما بترجعش. نيدو نخلي الكره في ايدك كتير، ما بتاخدش اي كرياتيفيتي. هنلعب دلوقتي ثانيه واحده، هنلعب دلوقتي سبين، هنلعب باك هيد. ايهاب انت البول كنترولر. فاضل 4 وكام؟ 4 ونص. هنلعب سبين. احمد دول انت اللي هتعمل باك سكرين. انا 6 السكرين في السبين، عمر وشوشه واقفين على الشوط. ما بنلمش وما بنجريش، حاطين من ال 12 بونت بتوعهم 7 ايزي بوينتس لايرز، ما بنرجعش. 2 تيرن اوفر 7-2 5 on 5 مفيش مشاكل، بس ما بنلعبش كام اوفنسيف ريباوند. 2 اوفنسيف ريباوند. الناس تحجج شويه في الديفنس يا جدعان. يلا شباب جامد شويه بقول لك ايه شيلوا فاول 2 3 شيلوا فاول عطل. يلا يا شباب جامد.
So Ducosi with the swat, although you wouldn't know it looking at the live scoring, and you would hope that he would get credit for that block. For some reason, it hasn't registered yet. But what a play that was, Ducosi getting the block on Arabi. Egypt come out and try to get on track with the long three-pointer, and Dula misses. They have a mean in the game. That usually picks things up a little bit. Cougar drives in, little wraparound to Jim Rabbi. And Egypt defensively nowhere to be found right now. Dula again, and this time knocks it down. Net Wiley, but goes by Dula. Cougar bumped by Amin. They have Amin, no call. Here is again Washington. And the veteran Shusha hands the ball off to Ahab Amin. Ahab Amin for 3. He knocks it down. So back-to-back threes for Egypt. And Central African Republic are going to get a little bit of a lecture about their perimeter defense. But to be fair, I mean, those were about a meter behind the arc. Even so, you want to get a hand in the face or maybe deny Ahab. The problem with Ahab Amin is that he's so good driving to the basket, and especially getting in the open floor is difficult. So he's kind of a difficult player to contain.
Go with the guy. We got extra up.
C'est dans la raquette.
We're gonna show.
C'est un danger pour nous. Ok, les gars, c'est pas possible. On va monter, suivez le gars. Ok, d'accord. On se corrige les gars. J'ai plus le temps pour que vous compreniez que voilà, ils sont dans l'arrivée. Ok, d'accord. On corrige là. Pour l'effort. Maman. Allez devant. Make ça. Attention.
So we've seen some really good play from Central African Republic, but it's been kind of undone the last couple of trips down the floor for Egypt by their ability to knock down some three-pointers. Pomo, and Dukosi loses it out of bounds. Egypt trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Anas has it deep. And the pass not corralled, a little bit out of reach. Pass by Shahata. Here's Dukosi with the hammer. Well, you have to say, and I do not say this lightly, Dukosi is worth the price of admission. He is fun to watch. Anas. Zaran. And Dukosi thought he was going to rebound and run. Egypt get tangled up a little bit. So Washington fouled as he brings it up the floor. It's a nice bounce pass by Washington, in fact. Look at this. Just a little. Here, take this, Alan. Puts it on a platter. 17-12. And plenty of options coming off the bench as well for Central African Republic. Ganapamo. That's a jump hook from Anas. It's Ganapano, Zaran guarding him, and Ganapano can't turn it over that cheaply. Anas drives in and dunks it. That's two possessions where Ganapamo has been a little bit getting the shot up maybe a little too early in the offense and then turning it over. So now this time they do blow the whistle. That was just being careless with the basketball in front of Zaran. So much like Central African Republic can benefit, I mean, any team. You say this about any team, but especially for a team that needs some offense. They can force those turnovers and get those easy buckets. They can't afford then to give those back. Billy Kamayinga in the game now, the youngster, the 19-year-old. The Central African Republic, keep an eye on him. Washington tries to feed it. They got to go quick. DeCossy goes off 1 foot and turn it over. So turnovers now plaguing Central African Republic here in the final minute, in Egypt, who were just in a little bit of trouble early on, now have a chance to take the lead. Ahab Amin. And after the offensive rebound, and a couple of offensive rebounds, in fact, Kijo not able to get it. Dokosi has it. Oh, it's almost over and back. Here's Washington. Lets it fly from deep. Oh boy, what a luxury it is to have a good three-point shooter. And maybe he will change the dynamic for this team. Ahab Amin gets in. That's his game right there. And he is going to the line for a three-point play. Ahab Amin is, in all honesty, a much better player when he's putting the ball on the floor and going to the basket. Can he hit threes? Yes, he can. But when he puts those defenses under pressure, I mean, he really takes people on. Good things happen. So it should be 20-19 after the three-point play. There's Billy. Oh, telegraph pass. And fortunately for him, the end of the quarter, Safran jumped into the passing lane, but you can't make that pass so casually. He's on. He's locked in, isn't he? I guess you gotta like that if you're a coach. 20-19, Central African Republic leading it over Egypt. So the early numbers, a couple of threes for each team, similar shooting inside the arc, just one free throw for Egypt. And Central African Republic do not want to miss the AfroBasket. Let's look back at some of these first quarter plays, and there were plenty that are worth showing again, including DeCossy driving in and scoring. Robbie had some success that time. Abishusha driving in. Cougar wanted the foul, didn't get it. Washington, a couple threes for him. Look at DeCossy, the quarterback, and then Ganapamo goes behind his back. And Cougar with a nice little wraparound. And Jim Rabai with the bucket. Dula, he had missed one before that. And then Ahab Amin, and what was a comfortable lead just disappeared almost immediately. What we didn't see there, unfortunately, was the incredible block by Dokossi, who now has been given credit for that block. So thankfully, just a little bit slow to register. You can see 2:20 local time, Antananarivo, Madagascar. Scan in the barcode to get courtside 1891 in your smartphone. Highly recommend it. That shot was short. And turnover starting to creep into the game of Central African Republic. Shahata missing from deep, but the offensive rebound. Stay at this end. TJ Hansel sets the screen for Ahab Amin. Shahata for three. The Pharaohs on top. Nambai, Kudir, Bukossi, Ngafe, and Kamayunge. So Omega now in the game as well. Number 84 for Central African Republic. Bukossi puts up. Is there anything this man cannot do? He's like, if I'm going to go play at the AfroBasket Qualifiers, I'm going to play my game. And look at Billy come up with a steal. And he's looking for the foul. They're going to retain possession. Bathi and Omega coming off strong seasons in the ball. The BAL, Basketball African League. Kudir driving in. Oh, misses it, but there is the offensive rebound. Omega misses with the putback. But the ball cannot be saved by Omar El Sheikh before it goes out of bounds. Al Qadani a little bit frustrated on the sidelines, the head coach. Bukossi spins, gets it back out. Kudir puts it up. They have Amin to the corner. Shahata, that's his second. So Egypt go back in front. And another turnover. They have Amin, very disruptive. That's when he's at his best, when he's doing this kind of stuff on defense. That means he's in the game, he's locked in. If his teammates played with half the energy that he does on defense, this Egypt team would be a lot better. He really brings the spark, and that's what was missing last year at the Olympic qualifying tournament. Ooh, he's going to elect to take the three. Kudir up ahead. Washington. Oh, Washington. Evans. Ganapamo misses. And Bukossi with another rebound. Jimmy Jimrabai goes in. Egypt fortunate to escape. And the drive and the bucket is good from Ahab Amin. 8 points coming off the bench. Evans Ganapamo trims the deficit. Back to one. And found Egypt going for the rebound. Dukosi for three, his second. Alain Dukosi, 12 points. And Kudir called for the foul. Anas, ball turned over. Here comes Billy. Or excuse me, that was Washington making that pass to Evans. Ganapamo, Dukosi gets it to Guerrier. And the ball gets out of bounds. Four minutes into the second quarter. Very tight. Central African Republic and Egypt. I think Central African Republic will be glad when Amin goes off the court because he caused problems. Shihata finally misses one. Dukosi rebounds and runs. Tell you what, he might have a double-double by halftime. Kuger for three. Great hustle, and you just cannot say enough about that guy. I mean, it's little effort plays like this that make all the difference for a team like Central African Republic. I mean, he has basically gained them a new possession with that hustle play. Already 8 rebounds to go to his 12 points. He's got the block. Kuger spins. Goes up with the left hand, and the contact is called. Abdelgawad with the foul. Khalid Abdelgawad. So Kudir goes to the line, and still searching for his stroke. Max Kudir 0-4 from the floor, and now he's missed his first free throw. And does get the second to drop. You can see the CAF players from the bench, the Central African Republic players. They came in here focused and determined, and really they've looked more up for it in this first half than Egypt. Here's Ahab Amin. Well, Ahab Amin is just a difference maker for that team. Already 11 points for him. Evans Ganapamo dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds. That's his third turnover. Zaran, that's what he likes to do. He likes to drive the blocking foul on Washington. Oh. Did you notice how Jim Rabai, when Zaran ran into him, he didn't even move at all. It was like he was just a wall. a wall of muscle. And he's looking for the explanation. Dula dribbles right. Oh, and the pass goes over Zahran, and then the referee in the way of Ahab Amin. So a little bit of a break for Central African Republic. Washington. Oh, puts him on skates. Oh, it doesn't go in. He almost had a chance for a 4-point play. We'll have to settle for 3 free throws. Just realizing the Washington on his back, somebody's written that. I thought that was kind of like a style. I thought that was an interesting style, but no, somebody's written on it, so they've had to make do with what they had, the jersey to give to number 7. And Andre Washington should have that all the time because he's playing well with it. Got a couple nice assists. Here he is at the line. And does not make the second one. He makes 2 out of 3. Plays a Nancy. Washington. And France. Ball deflected out of bounds. Or I should say Nancy. Jimmy Jim Rabbi getting the hands up. Right there, he goes by Isaiah Washington. Here is the pass. Max has it. They need to have Mad Max show up in this game. Defend. Oh, look at this, the lob! Oh my, we missed it. I can't believe the Kossi missed that one. Zaran goes the other way. A 4-point swing. The roof was about to go off the house here in Antananarivo. It's probably a good thing he missed it from that standpoint, but my goodness. Washington bites it in. Oh, gosh. Do not tell me that you are not entertained. 35-32. Tell you, that missed dunk is about the only thing that Ducosi has missed. They have a mean going up against Evans Ganapamo. Oh, traveling. Nope, stepped out of bounds. Dula. Well, Washington has certainly made his presence felt today. Played at the University of Minnesota 2017 to 2019, then had a season at Iona, then had a season at Long Beach State. He's played well with Nancy. Let's go down to the bench and listen to Egypt.
خلينا في الرينج بتاع بلس اور ماينس 2 3 بوينتس. مش عايز اخش اللوكر روم واحنا داون 7 ولا ايه. خلينا في 3 مينتس دي بلس 2 ماينس 2 بلس 3 ماينس 3. اني سكرين بول with number 7 توب سكرين هاي كونتين. ال 7 بوينتس اللي من التوب سكرين بقوا 16 دلوقتي. موتنا من التوب سكرين، الناس تطلع من فوق والبيفوتات تقابل هاي كونتين. هتقابلنا مشكله ان 28 بيعمل الشورت رول وبيروح يحط ايده في الحلقه. لازم نكون لابس شويه. ممكن نعمل تاج. ما عدا الوقت اللي معاه واحد شويه يفضل مور اور ليس 1 ستيب اواي بس. الباقي لازم تكون لابس هنا لحد ما خالد يرجع او لحد ما انس يرجع. ماشي ان سكرين بول وذ نمبر 7 بس 7 بس 7 بس مش اي حد يا خالد معايا 7 بس
يلا اوفنسيفلي في البليتس لازم يتواصل مع اول رجاله
العب بوست مع دولا انت الجول هاندلر. المره اللي فاتت راحوا عليه كان ممكن تقتل دولا. العب انت.
Well, I'll tell you what, Washington, you know, it's his first game with this CAF team, Central African Republic, and seems to be an astute pickup. I don't think anybody's complaining over there on the bench. He's playing good minutes. He definitely has some flair to his game. And they needed somebody like him. Here's Evans Ganapamo. He gets free, puts it up. And Anas up ahead. And there is outrunning the defense, Abdel Gawai. And that's where Ganapamo needs to get back and play defense. Washington with the bounce pass. Jimmy Jimrai by. Custody with the rebound. And Washington's setting his team up. Look at this. Look at the handles. He puts it up from deep. Oh! That would have brought the house down. What a great arena. Remember, Antananarivo hosted the AfroBasket a decade ago. Here's Dula, no good, and Dokasi. Little Euro step from Ganapamo, and the blocking foul is going to put him on the line. And Ahab Amin might have a point here. Let's have a look. Yeah, just almost wonder if that's more of a no call. But Ganapamo is going to the line. He's not going to spurn the opportunity. And this is the other factor for CAF. If they can get to the free throw line, that also clearly gets them a way to score. But they look a little more potent offensively in this game than they have in previous games. And I think a lot of that is because of Washington. But also Ducosi has just said, you know what, the chains are off. I am going to go when I want to go. He has been really good. And then I think a lot of it also is a little bit of lethargy from this Egyptian defense. Ahab Amin. This is everything. What's Khaled saying? I was open. Shusha acting like he got an elbow to the neck. Jimmy Jamra by with, oh my. Can you believe the audacious attempt that Ducosi was going to put up here? Look at this. He was going to try to dunk this. And I think it actually hit the underside of the backboard. I think he might be fortunate to get to the line. That's twice in a row for Central African Republic, maybe where they're a little bit lucky to be shooting free throws. Look at it again. It looks like he goes up for the dunk, which was going to be a heck of a dunk if he pulled it off, but the ball looked like it hit the backboard. Well, the ball don't lie. I don't think that was a foul. That's one of two. Every little bit helps, they say. So 38-34 inside the final minute, and Ahab Amin goes sliding down. Seems like everybody around Evans Ganapamo is either holding their neck or hitting the hardwood. Anas in the lane scores. Oh, and a technical foul on Ahab Amin. And this brings us to another topic. This Egypt team, it seemed like at the World Cup when Roy Rana was their coach, he kind of weeded that out of them. Some of their emotional discipline issues. But clearly, that has not completely disappeared. The emotional discipline has been an issue for these Egyptian players, and now it's going to potentially cost them. And I would say that would be the biggest issue with Ahab. If he could ever get in control, is just play his game. Don't go with the referees, the officials. He would be a much better player. Ganapamo goes to the line, makes the first. It doesn't matter if you feel like you've had a dirty foul against you, whatever. Always talk to the referee respectfully.
Suivez. On ne tombe pas dans leur pièce, les gars. Ils sont énervés. Ils sont énervés. On joue toujours. Non, là-bas. Oui, ils sont énervés. Donc on continue à jouer, les gars. Ils sont pas dans le match. C'est bien, les gars. On continue à courir. Là, il reste quelques secondes. OK? D'accord, Alan? Hein? Continuez à défendre. Remontez la défense. Remontez la défense, les gars. Remontez la défense. Et si on en attaque, la défense est là. Posez le ballon. On gère. On met le score. OK? On coupe pas le score. Donc on met le score. On gère.
One stop, you got one offense. Un stop et on a une attaque.
D'accord?
One big stop.
C'est bien, les gars.
Allez, les gars. Pour la France. Yo, let's go far. We're going to go 2 for 1. We're going to go 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Okay. 2 for 1.
They'll go wide. Well, I remember if we start here, the final 38 seconds, yeah, the emotional discipline, it was fast improvement with running. Oh my, and he misses. Dukosi, again, just a terrific play. Coming out of the timeout. Kind of feels like we've been robbed of a moment of brilliance there. That would have been on the highlight reel. Both of them. Unfortunately for CAF fans, it did not go in. And fortunately for Egypt, they escape, because that was a spectacular attempt at an alley-oop dunk. Khaled Abdel-Gawad missing, and now the last shot should go to this man right here. Washington. Not easy to guard. Nope, he's going to whip the pass over to Dukosi. Oh my! You cannot make it up. How in the world does he make this circus shot? Look at this. Oh, the English off the glass. He is a human highlight reel. Dukosi. Spectacular finish to the first half. They're going to look and see if he got it off before the final buzzer. I think he did. Look at this. That is unbelievable. Okay, so they're looking at the clock to see if he got off in time. Oh, unfortunately, he did not. Oh, well. We'll just have to enjoy the fact that he made it, but it doesn't count. Good job by the... Oh, no, sorry. You're going to be disappointed. It's unfortunate, but you've got to beat the buzzer. And what a first half we've had Central African Republic have to like where they are. Egypt kind of need to bring a little bit more intensity to the second half, and Central African Republic on top 39-36 at halftime. So the shooting numbers, 3 more makes inside the arc for Egypt, but free throws coming into play for Central African Republic. They're 7 of 10. They're out rebounding Egypt. And Dukosi with 13 points leads all scores. I'm probably a little bit worried if I'm Central African Republic, because you know that Egypt can play much better than what we've seen. So you're going to have to come out and bring your own intensity. Shahata certainly gave them some punch from outside. Dukosi, other than missing his alley-oop dunks and having that last shot come just after the buzzer, he was sensational. Here was the other one from Shahata. They have a mean, the good is when you see him hitting the threes and driving to the basket. Of course, the bad is, picking up the technical for drawing at the rim. Dukosi, let's be honest, that is not a beautiful three-point shot. Doesn't have much arc on it, but he got it to go in the first half. And then you had Zaran doing what he does, which is getting to the rim, getting his feet wet. Washington, who was really solid in the first half. Khaled Abdelgawad beating the defense down the floor, and Anas and his soft touch in the paint. And there we are, we're at halftime.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
As well, that basket was desperately needed.
McCoy. Big time rejection. Wow. Macho Kamba says, come here, boy.
Here comes. Oh, what a throwdown. Siriman Kanote. Exclamation mark. Wow. Flung up high, but the shot clock was down to 0, but he managed to release it just before. How about that for a three-pointer?
He springs it out, gives it to Beckcom. Nice little feed and the slam. Highlight play from Show. Great drive and dish from Samir Beckcom.
The crossover, drive. Wow, what a pass, what a jump. That's sensational from South Sudan.
lot of pressure on Minko to create everything as they go up high. And the slam for Cameroon. Another highlight play as Naras makes it. Third dunk we've seen from Cameroon already in this one.
They've got to keep getting good looks inside and Doi! What a block! Big time block from Mohamed Kamara. Iaga. What a block. First end of the Basketball Champions League. Oh my goodness! What a throwdown! Massive play by Jordan Baihe. And the Cameroon do get it on the second attempt. Inside, outside dribble. Alley-oop. I just can't get it to go because Babacar Sane was back just in time.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
(39-36), Central African Republic on top of Egypt, and probably feeling like they should be leading by a little bit more. That last shot not dropping for Dokossi came at, well, it did drop, it just came after the buzzer, and also, you know, he missed a couple of alley-oop jams. But they have, I think, in my opinion, they've kind of out-hustled Egypt. Egypt don't forget they won the first game between these two teams, and I think maybe top to bottom arguably have more talent, but it's not been reflected in the effort in the first half. Other than Ahab Amin, who's always hustling, we're hoping you see a little bit more from that, especially the big guys down low. But for Dokasi, he has basically had his way in this game. And if you look at his numbers, look at that, 13 points. Could very easily have had 19 or even 20 if he gets those two dunks to drop. But it's not just his scoring, it's everything. Dokasi has been crashing the boards, he's been hustling the ball. He's got 11 rebounds, he's got a block, a steal. So he has really just been borderline spectacular. And again, Ahab Amin coming off the bench when they had the slow start, kind of brought a sense of urgency to the team. And he's got 11 points, but then he picks up the technical. And I don't think you can just brush it off and say, well, those things happen. I mean, they happen. It happens too often for Egypt. So you see coaches like Svetislav Pezic with Serbia. He just will not tolerate that. And you have to get to the point where it's just not acceptable. The referees are not going to get all the calls right, but it just depends how you communicate your displeasure with them. You don't want to give the other team free opportunities to score.
يطلع اجريسيف عليك يا ايهاب، تقدر تشوف انس في البوكت زي كل مره. عمر لو سمحت لما تاخد التو مان جيم هنا في الفي ستوب الاولانيه اللي مع عمرو، في ستوب هتاخد اول واحده. ايوه هتروح انت اول واحده. عايز انس هو اللي هنا. لما تاخد التو مان جيم مع عمرو دي، عمرو يقلبها. تعالى هنا يا عمرو. عشان لما انس ياخد في البوكت في الفي ستوب في ستيب اب يبقى عنده الاكشن دي وعنده حاجه.
كوتش يا جماعه بصوا يا جماعه ديفنسفلي هم حاجتين،
ترانزيشن وتوب سكرين وسرحان. رقم واحد كمان واخد واحده ترانزيشن من الجري،
فده مش هيحصل تاني. الكوميونيكيشن بتاعنا كمان محتاج يبقى اكتر من كده، خصوصا لما في سكرينات من اول الملعب ما تخليش حد.
اللي بعديها هناخد بلايند، اللي بعديها هناخد بلايند على يوسف، هناخد بلايند عليك اللي بعديها.
سكور مور ذان 70 سو 15 au deuxième au troisième et 13 au.
وشه تطلع دلوقتي. هنعدل حاجه في التوب سكرين، هنعدل حاجه في التوب سكرين. لما هنطلع الكونتين على نمره الامريكاني احنا هنعيش برقم 15. يعني ايه هنعيش؟ لو 15 اللي عامل الهيدج وانت عمر مثلا كنت انت هنا مع 28 وانس، سيبه يرياكت الاول انس، ما تروحش عليه صريح، نشوف يعمل ايه. هو بره الجيم شويه، والعكس صحيح. لو كنا احنا هنا و15 هو اللي هنا، اول ما يحط 28 دبلية تعالى له. يعني هنضحي شويه ب 28 بدل ما نسيب الشوترز ونروح لبلان بي اللي هو انا وايهاب كنا بنتكلم فيه في اوضه اللبس. يبقى الاول ما ترياكتش بدري. 15 هنا طمعه وخليك مع 28، ابتدي يحط دربلايه وروح يلا يلا في ستوب. عمر لا عادي يا عم.
So download Courtside 1891 in your smartphone, use the barcode and get it in there now. Great time to have it with the qualifiers underway. We're underway now in the third quarter. Central African Republic looking for their first win in these qualifiers. They're 0-3 going up against 2-1 Egypt. And Ganapano follows up the miss and scores. Well, the shot selection isn't always great for him, but he has been scoring the points today. Ganapamo, here is a drive, and that is what you need from Ahab Amin. Get that driving game going first. Washington missing it. And ball saved in bounds. Well, Zaran, excuse me. That's the cardinal sin. You never throw the basketball, save it in bounds underneath the other team's basket. He just gave away 3 points. Tyron drives in, and Arabi scores. So better execution offensively if you're here for Egypt, getting those high percentage looks. Dampamo fouled by Zahran. Dampamo chest bumping Zahran. Evans Ganapamo definitely seems to get under the skin of the Egyptian players. So they're arguing that he wasn't shooting, Ganapamo, that he was passing. They might have a point, but Ganapamo will take the chance and go to the line. So the lead goes to 5. Zahran. Shihata, they got to guard him. Zahran. They have Amin. And strong rebound from Totosi with Anas behind him. Now the pass to Jimraba. Turns and scores. Oh, that was in. Good aggressive play. So 47-40, CAF. Zahran to a Robbie. Soft touch for big Omar Robbie. Jimraba left wide open. Can't say no, and just the ball doesn't drop. Got a lot of rim, got a lot of backboard, just didn't fall through the hoop. Shihata, that's his third. Well, it's the one player, I think more than anybody in this Egypt team, you've got to get a hand in the face. If Zahran's shooting it, maybe make him make one first. Here's Zahran coming out, knocking the ball out of bounds. Anas getting his hands up on defense. It goes out of bounds. Ganapamo puts it up. Looked like it might have been blocked from behind. And Zahran scores. And racing up the floor, Egypt have tied the game. It feels like a little bit of tiredness, of fatigue setting in here for CAF. The way the lack of movement on offense here. Here's Ganapamo dropping. Oh, that was on the way down, it looked like. And now here comes Egypt. They drive in and they take the lead. Zahran bringing the sense of urgency. Central African Republic needing a spark, needing to reignite, because they've come out a little bit flat here at the start of the second half. And Zahran bringing the physical game, bodying up on Ganapamo, making a big difference for Egypt.
Mettez-y en place. On ne force pas l'attaque. Ne forcez pas l'attaque. Ok les gars. Là maintenant on est mené de 2 points. On était en avantage de 7 points. C'est pas possible ça. Hein? Allez les gars, il faut remonter le score.
Les gars, gars. 2 mètres, 2 mètres, 2 mètres, 2 mètres. Vous changez? Except Washington. Changez. You can switch le big man. Except Asia. D'accord? Changez, ne vous embêtez pas. On change agressif, on monte sur eux. Hein, Jimmy? On change agressif, laissez pas le gars rouler, on le bloque, on l'a 2 mètres et on vient de l'autre côté. Hein? C'est ce qu'ils veulent faire. Allez les gars. Allez les gars. Pour l'effort.
Well, Egypt needed a response, and they've gotten it here in this third quarter. Anas, looking at his numbers across the board, contribution, assists, points, and rebounds. Oh, boy. Bad pass by Washington. Anas goes right down and follows up and scores. And that is about as bad as it gets. Coming out of a timeout, turning it over. If you're a coach, you got smoke coming out of your ears if your team has just allowed that. And now a moving screen. And Egypt's threatening to take control of this game early in the second half. Jimmy Jemrai just kind of leaning into the defender with his hips. They have a mean, takes the shot, but the foul down low called on Evans Ganapamo, so it's going to stay at this end. That was out of your picture. Amin gets it to the corner. Anas gets it to Arabi. Much better. Anas doing it all right now. And I think really, I don't know why you're running it, Anas, on the three-point line. I mean, again, sometimes you got to pick your poison. Make him beat you with that three. He can hit it, but probably miss it more times than make it. Six-point lead, biggest of the game for Egypt. Sadon going out and really bumping Ganapama. I would not be surprised if that gets a little bit ugly. I think the referees need to keep an eye on that matchup. So Ganapama is going to go out. Kasi gets the benefit of that call. Well, I mean, he does kind of slide into him with the body. He's not swiping down with his arms, but well, here's the guy that got him going in the first half. But it's been Dr. and Jekyll and Mr. Hyde game so far for this CAF team. They were so good in the first half, but they haven't been good in the second. They've run it too soon, so Takasi gets another chance. Just a distinct lack of energy from this CAF team in the. Well, they're going to say that's goal interference. So he's going to challenge. He's going to challenge. Have a look. They might change that call. Go from this end. Looked like it was bouncing off of the back of the rim. Can't hear what the referees are saying, so we'll see what their judgment is. Okay, so they review it, and the basket does not count. So that's what the review is for. Each team gets a review if you use it. Obviously, you don't want to have to use it if you are 100% confident that they got it wrong, but that's just why the review is in place. Now they don't have another review, but at least they had the basket taken away. Ahab Amin throws it right into the hands of Jimmy Jim Rabbi. Cougar loses his feet. Cougar rather loses his feet. Cougar hustles back. Amin, he misses. Game opens up, and maybe this. Oh. See it, the Central African Republic need to find some intensity. It's clearly not at the same level as it was in the first half. Meanwhile, Egypt's has gone up, and partly because they've taken the lead and they've fired up now. Dekosi out to Jimmy Jim Rabbi for three. Shahata, his fourth three-pointer of the game. Washington. Okay, so I think that might have been his third three. Want to have more than that. Here is Ahab Amin. It's a good pass to get an open shot from the wing, and Amin misses. Three-point shot falls for Metson Nambai. So that kind of stops the bleeding. And now is when you are Central African Republic and you're struggling as bad as you are. You want your defense to come up and give you some opportunities to score. You want to force some turnovers. Almost got one there. Cougar trying to take it away from Zaran. So here's the guy that's I think has made the difference in this second half more than anybody, Safran, just from the tone standpoint, coming out and playing physical. This is the free throw. Had his little confrontations that got Ganapamo out of the game. And he misses both free throws, so that will be gratefully received by Central African Republic, who have Billy in the game now handling the basketball. The youngster. Oh. And the pass to his teammate. Lingwe was off his hands and out of bounds. Mito's checked into the game, number 9 for Egypt. He's got the ball. Barely got it across midcourt. Gets the pass to El Sheikh, who is fouled by Ducossi. Oh, they've called it unsportsmanlike. That's a good call. He wrapped his arms around him. So they're going to challenge whether this should be an unsportsmanlike, but it's pretty obvious to me. Watch his arms. Goes right around him. Not playing the ball there. Yeah. So not a good decision by Ducossi and not a good decision by the coach to challenge this, in my opinion. Really hard to understand how Central African Republic can come out the way they have in this third quarter. But yeah, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. I can't see them downgrading that foul. Yeah, they keep it. So, a potentially ruinous, unsportsmanlike foul by Ducossi, who just has gone from being the best player in Africa to a struggling player in this third quarter. Adding to his misery by committing an unsportsmanlike foul. Oh, Shake airballs the first free throw. And it does make the second. So those guys catching a breather. And again, now it's all about defense for Central African Republic. So LME going to the free throw line. I think he was definitely going to try to pass that to the corner, but now he's going to get some free throws himself. So remember, they were Egypt were upset about the free throws that were awarded to Ganapamo Evans. Ganapamo, and now coach just wants his team to put this thing away, and when he sees missed free throws, he's seen quite a few missed free throws. He's waiting for his number to be called again. Egypt 2 of 5 from the line. And Apollo back in the game. Washington also has not been as influential in this third quarter for Central African Republic. Here's a well-rested Ganapamo. No semblance of an offense there. So Egypt threatening to lower the boom here. They have been far from perfect today, but they've definitely been better in this third quarter. So Arabi going to work, back to the basket, passes it, and intercepted by Puguer, who wisely holds up. Jimmy Jemrabai hands it off. That's more like it. Lengoiwane with his first bucket. El Sheikh went for the block. El Sheikh drives in. Oh, he scores somehow. Despite the defense, looked like he was blocked, but he just stuck with it and was able to kind of force it down. Jemrabai. And El Sheikh with the foul, trying to box out. Look at this. He is denied, but just stuck with it. Terrific concentration. Plays in Estonia. El Sheikh. Played at Arkansas State, in fact. And that jump shot, I mean, that type of, that's just not going to work. I mean, you got to start moving on offense and try to get something going to the basket. Really, execution, just motion, intensity, everything missing from this CAF team here in the third quarter. 59-52, Egypt. Kanapamo. That was a brick, boy. It has been a tough third quarter. For CAF, to be fair, they're fortunate to be down by just 7 points. It has been a nightmare. They've been outscored 23-13 in this quarter. Cougar, I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it anyway. So a fruitless third quarter for Central African Republic. Egypt have their best quarter, scoring 23 points. And we've got 10 minutes remaining. Egypt, they win. They punch their ticket to the AfroBasket. Central African Republic, meanwhile, trying to get on track to boost their chances of making it to Angola. .27 advantage on the boards. One more assist for Egypt now. And Central African Republic with the 12 turnovers. Back at the third quarter highlights. Remember, it was the play. It was the play by Egypt and Amir Zahran, I think, that kind of ignited them in this third quarter. Anas played as well, better in that third quarter. There he is following it, and just kind of the air went out of the balloon for this Central African Republic team. So the best thing you can say about Central African Republic, they played well in the first half, and despite their poor third quarter, they've still got 10 minutes to rediscover the magic. Download Courtside 1891 by scanning in the barcode. Get it in your smartphone. And Tokasi still off the court, and I'm assuming he'll come in sooner rather than later. He only has one foul, so that's not the issue. They still have a big game coming up as well against Madagascar this weekend here. That's much better. Good start to the fourth quarter. Washington pushes it, and the bounce pass, and Lingwawane not able to come up with it. It's a missed opportunity, especially in transition, where you can get those easy buckets. Mito passes to the corner. Shusha gets it back to Mito. And Mito has it taken away by Cougar. So a little bit more toughness on display for the team in white, Central African Republic, here in the fourth. Kijo in the game, forcing it out. And that is just a, Shusha's going to drive in and score. You know, Lingwawane taking that shot early in the offense, I mean, it's just not what they need. Three-point shot just grazes the net. Cougar. And it just feels like this Central African Republic team is kind of forgotten. I mean, you had Washington hit some shots from deep. Ganapano, but even he's kind of lost his touch. So the best remedy for that is to try to get something going to the basket. Three-point shot is good as Egypt really starts to take command now. Abashusha, 64-52. This time Washington does get into the paint and draw a foul. You see, good things happen if you get your feet wet. If you get into that lane, possibly score, possibly make a pass. I mean, Egypt is a team that's been making the three balls in the second half. But Central African Republic, their answer is to go to the basket. There's still time for them to turn this around. Nice play. El Sheikh gets it down low, and Kijo. No, that's good basketball by Egypt. First points for Kijo. Washington. Great defense by Egypt and forcing the turnover. I think possibly what this illustrates also the second half more than anything is that while Central African Republic went out and just had their way in the first half, a lot of that had to do because Egypt just weren't bringing the intensity and the effort. They've increased the effort in the second half, and they've taken away a lot of what Central African Republic could do. Jim Rabai. Kijo takes it away. Egypt in command, up 12, about ready to deliver the knockout punch. If this goes in, and it does! Mito takes it up to a 69-54 lead. Egypt bearing the threes here in this third quarter, or second half, in fact.
7 minutes to
and
play.
Now
69-54 for Egypt.
Let's see. Over at the timeout. We'll try to get an updated look at the stats. So they're now 9 of 25 from three-point range. And it is really hard to comprehend. Even though Egypt have played better in the second half and played harder, it's hard to absorb this second half performance from Central African Republic, because if anything, their energy level was great in the first half. And really, it didn't take long for that to go away in the second. I mean, look at the Kossi, just another unsportsmanlike foul, and the guy that was the best player in the game is now out of the game. That's his second unsportsmanlike. He's going to have to go to the locker room. And it's just, you know, they're just kind of like almost in a daze in the second half. And I think you're kind of understanding why they're 0-4. They came out, they had the right attitude to today's game. They had the great start that they needed. What in the world happened at halftime? Just completely bizarre. So Egypt's going to get out of here with a huge win, and Central African Republic will be hoping that they have a chance by the weekend to get to the AfroBasket. Good defense. I'm not sure that before this began. I'm not sure before this weekend began, or this qualifying campaign began, that you would have thought that Madagascar would get to the AfroBasket before Central African Republic. Cougar loses it as he takes a Euro step. So Egypt, I still think they need to learn a lesson from this first half today, because Egypt should aspire to be the best team in Africa. I think they have enough talent, but they've got to work on some things. They didn't show up ready to play today in the first half. Three-point shot. Although I say that, and when you think about how good South Sudan are and how well they've played of late, it seems like they are clearly the #1 team right now. South Sudan making it to the Olympics. Of course, they had the best finish among all the African teams at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. That was played 2023, and kind of captured the imagination. And I think have we got a technical foul coming because of a flop? It appears so. Dula holding his nose. This will come as small consolation. Watch this. He definitely got him with his elbow. There's no doubt that he grazed his face. But I think he also wanted to capitalize on that little contact by going down. That's all I can think of. But he definitely got him in the face. Watch this again. Watch the left elbow. Bam. The thing is, as Ganapamo turns, he has his elbows kind of close to his body as possible while he's turning. And Dula's right up in his grill, as they say. So this will be interesting. So they've actually called the unsportsmanlike, I think, on Ganapama. The only thing is, I don't think he meant to make contact, and Dula was up so close to him that as he turned, he caught him with the elbow. But he definitely got him with the elbow, and it's Dula. I think that's going to be free throw. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, so they've called. Okay, well, they're calling the flop and the unsportsmanlike. I think that's what they called. So they called a flop and the unsportsmanlike. It's been a fractious game. Traveling is the call. So just not only has the game kind of slowed down, but the turnovers are happening so frequently that it just feels like the clock's not moving. Three-point look from Shusha, no good, and another foul called. So Jimmy Jim Rabbi is going to the line. Now Shake goes out. Seems like a player they can get into this program. They got some good young college talent in the college system. Good play, Shusha. Oh, and Robbie, or Anas rather, not able to get it to go. Oh, good finish from Mito. Oh. Central African Republic timeout. 4:28 remaining. Central African Republic just 18 of 53 from the floor, 13 assists. So Central African Republic just trying to find a little bit of form here at the end of the game. Look at the hustle from Egypt. Up big, and the coach really trying to get his guys to bring the effort here at the end of the game. Here's a three. Did he get it off in time? Well, you would hope so, because they need the points. Anas, he misses. 3:45 remaining. Let's cut it. 14. See if they can go on a little run here. Ganapamo, turn around. That's good. Wouldn't that be something if they came back and made this interesting? Shusha and Ganapamo chest bumping. I mean, there is definitely no love lost between Ganapamo and these Egypt players. So 3.5 minutes to go, and okay, they're offensively challenged, CAF, but they haven't done anything to speak of in this second half. So what's to stop them from kind of going off over the final 3.5 minutes, maybe making this a game at the end? Maybe some of that depends on Egypt, and I think that's why the coach has called a timeout, just to say, hey guys, 3.5 minutes. Let's run our offense. Don't take these early shots unless they're layups. Let's remember it's a 40-minute game. Let's keep our composure. And you can see there, Saran saying, don't foul. They have a mean in the game. Going to try to close this out. But if they can get a stop here and go down and score, who knows? I mean, the three-pointer. And an unsportsmanlike foul. Is this another one on CF? Yes, it is. So Omega and Gaife with an unsportsmanlike foul here. Number 84. Went like the Korean national team, banked in the free throw. So that's a 13-point lead. Well, we saw the loss of composure in the first half from Egypt, and we've seen it from Central African Republic here in the second half. Oh, it's missing. They crash for the boards. Chance to run. Ganapamo. And good job, Ganapamo, getting to the free throw line. 64-62. Ganapamo trying to keep his team in it. We're going to have some luck down the stretch. They got a little bit there, maybe you could argue, getting to the line. So that makes it an 11-point game. Three-point shot off the side of the backboard, Saran. And again, that was early in the shot clock. But then Dula and Cougar just needs to understand the situation. Three-point shot, no good. They escape. Egypt, I don't understand why they're taking it so quickly. A three. Washington takes the three. And exactly what the coach is saying. Guys, why are we taking a quick three after a turnover? We have nothing to gain from that. 74-66. Elamin. Anas with the offensive rebound. And that'll probably just about do it. Dula. Arabi takes it deep and did not get the shot off in time. But the good news is they used up a lot of time. Washington, another three, and he is fouled shooting the three, I think, unless the foul is down low. If Washington is fouled shooting the three, I'm just going to go take a long walk, because I do not know what Egypt is doing. Oh, or maybe they're calling the wrestling match down low and got a Pomo. Well, you could have called any number of fouls there. And I think, fortunately, for CAF, they called the foul out on the perimeter on Zaran. Oh, boy, Washington misses the free throw. Golden opportunities here. That's the second. Makes two out of the three. I mean, the reality is, Egypt, the only way Central African Republic come back and beat you is if they score, then you foul and you stop the clock and you put them on the free throw line. So, and you also take quick shots. Oh, look at that. You turn it over. That's another contributing factor to a comeback. 1:08 to go. Can they take advantage? Jimmy Jim right by for three. Egypt providing a case study on how you should not finish a game with a big lead. Ridiculous is the adjective. I mean, they taking the early shots. Okay, you turn it over, but you're fouling three-point shooters. You're shooting the shot early in the shot clock. Crazy shots. There's absolutely no way they should be leading by just 3 points right now. If you're a fan of Egypt, you have got to be frustrated watching this.
The volume is the fighting.
So the foul was on Moab Abdul Latif, number 2, on the shot that gave the 3 free throws away. And Jimmy Jamrabai, it's kind of almost like a karma thing. You know, it's a basketball gods thing. If you don't play intelligent enough down the stretch, a team that hasn't been able to make shots is suddenly going to start making shots. Jimmy Jamrabai has pulled his team within 3 points. And Egypt now find themselves with a little bit of work to do to close this out. The crowd getting into it. And Arabi goes up, and it's a chance for Central African Republic. And the coach is appealing for a foul, but they've already wasted their unsportsmanlike foul. Now, if they've called a foul, I'm not even sure if they've called it, then they can go and review it, potentially to upgrade it. Arabi definitely got him in the face. I don't think it was intentional. But the crowd, even though the Madagascar team would like to beat Central African Republic to the AfroBasket, it seems like they're pulling for them down the stretch here against Egypt because they're kind of the underdog and they're coming back. And you got to understand the rules. You got to call the foul first of all, if you can, before you can upgrade it or downgrade it. And they didn't call a foul. And he's saying you've already used your challenge, and you might remember that challenge where Dekosi wrapped up the Egypt player around the waist, and it was an obvious unsportsmanlike foul, and the coach wasted his challenge there, so now he doesn't have it. But even then, I'm not sure they would call. I thought they had to make the call anyway, so before they could challenge it. Anyway, here is Jimmy Jamrabai. Shot clock winding down. Oh, he gets blocked. Cougar gets the rebound. They pass it around. Washington has it. Shot clock about to expire. He puts up a 3! And with just under 7 seconds to go, Egypt living dangerously, but hustling, chasing the basketball, not giving away an easy 3 attempt. Now they got to get fouled quickly if they don't get the steal. And too much time has run off the clock. (74-71). Well, you gotta hope that you steal the inbounds pass and then make a 3. I don't know the likelihood of that, but I would never say never when these teams are playing. Steal it. Shoot the 3, get fouled shooting the 3, make it, get a 4-point play and win the game. I just would not even dismiss the idea, to be honest. Egypt, however, should be able to close this out by inbounding the basketball. But what you do not do if you're Egypt right now is throw it towards the other team's basket. Yeah, that's what he just said. Shahata's going to inbound it. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Oh, no. They've called a foul. I thought he had stepped out of bounds. Saran. So he can ice it. All he needs to do is make 1, and this is over. If he misses the first, then he needs to miss the second, because there's no way that Egypt are gonna. There you go. That should ice it. And now the only way that Central African Republic come back is if Egypt get a technical or sportsmanlike, so he purposely misses it, and that is going to be it. Wow. Egypt making it interesting at the end, but they hold on and get a 75-71 win over Central African Republic. 75-71, Egypt beat Central African Republic. Well, someone over there on the bench giving some hard words to Zaran that he didn't like. He just pushed him away. And a little bit of simmering bad blood here. You would hope that you'd be able to shake hands and just get on with it. I really think that if Egypt could just really cut out the silliness, ratchet up the intensity, be focused, just play smarter basketball, kind of the way they were when Roy Rana was coaching them at the World Cup. He was really working on a lot of that stuff. You saw some improvement. That Rana left, coaches in Japan full time now, and taking nothing away from their current coach, Al Gawadi. I mean, it was Abdel Carr. It's got to come from the players, and it's got to have some leadership. Somebody to say, hey, we need to be the best version of ourselves, and cut out some of the extra stuff that does not make us a better team. But here we are. Egypt will be at the AfroBasket and potentially dangerous because they've got the talent. They got the size, they got the guards. But they definitely left that door open right at the end for the Central African Republic to come back when they had no business getting back in the game. Absolutely no business. Jimmy Jimmer by hitting this three-pointer to so the road to the AfroBasket already now. Egypt, Angola are also in. I'm not sure why it says Madagascar, because they're not in yet. But anyway, we will certainly update you as the tournament goes on. Thanks for watching, everybody. A lot more Continental Qualifiers action coming your way. Egypt, they don't win it pretty, but they win nevertheless against Central African Republic.